In a stacked 2026 wide receiver class, I believe that Jordan Tyson has cemented himself as wide receiver one. Jordan Tyson has the highest ceiling in this class. He's an incredible route runner. He's fixed his drop issues that he had the year prior, and I really think he's a perfect pro comp to Justin Jefferson, as crazy as that is to say. They're both 6'1", they're both 195 pounds, and his game looks exactly like Justin Jefferson's. So I want to dive in the film and show exactly why I believe Jordan Tyson is a wide receiver one, and he might just be the next Justin Jefferson headed into the NFL. Okay, first up, I want to take a look right here at this touchdown by Jordan Tyson. You see we're going to come out in this kind of condensed bunch formation where our inside guy in the bunch is kind of lined up in this wing position right here. And Jordan Tyson, you see, has a defender with heavy outside leverage on him way out here. So, because Jordan Tyson has a bang 8 or a skinny post right here, his goal is to get on the inside of this defender. The only problem with him just running his route normally is there's going to be a linebacker who can come and cheat over, or this safety can play zone right there if this is cover 3 and completely take that away. So what Jordan Tyson's going to do is he's going to utilize a spray release, which is when he pretty much runs heavy outside and attacks his DB's leverage so that he can get head up with him, and then he can break back in across his face on what looks to be more of an angle route than a skinny post, and he's going to utilize a rocker step at the top of it, which is one of his favorite moves in the slot, and watch him just destroy this defender right here. This really teach tape on how to run this kind of skinny post in a condensed formation near the red zone. Going into this draft process, there were really two critiques about Jordan Tyson's game. One, he's got injury concerns. He's battled injuries throughout his time in college. And the second one is something he really fixed this year, and that's his drop rate. Coming into this year, he had an 8.7% drop rate, I believe, which was about 6 drops on about 100 targets last season. He dropped that all the way down to having only 1 drop on 60 plus targets this year. So he's fixed that issue, and he's really going to show it off on this rep. We're going to be in the slot right here, and we're going to have an out, really to the sticks. That's our goal, is to get to the sticks. But you see, this DB has outside leverage. So what do we have to do? We have to attack his leverage again, just like we did on the last play. But instead of using a spray release like we did last time, we're going to just attack his belly button right here, and then we're going to use a rocker step, which is when we kind of jab, and then cut out. But this DB is going to do a great job trying to get physical. So what we're going to have to do at the top here is after we hit him with this rocker step, we're going to have to use a stair climb technique. And what that means is we're going to try to get side by side with the DB and then fake like we're running this post back into him and cut out wide. And Sam Levitt's going to get drilled when he's throwing this football in. And I want you to just see how great of a job Jordan Tyson does bringing in this catch right here. And I mean, this is why he reminds me of Justin Jefferson. Same body frame, 6'1", 195, and his route running is simply incredible. Okay, let's take a look at this stair climb technique once again. You see here, once again, we got a defender on us with outside leverage. Well, that tells us, hey, we probably got man coverage, specifically some type of cover 1 or something, so we got 1 high and then a robber over the middle probably, right? And what that means is we're really putting ourselves in a position here running a dig where it would be very, very easy for us to kind of cheat the rep a little bit and just go boom and run inside and kind of turn into a slant. But Jordan Tyson's smart. He knows that, hey, if I do that, that's going to allow the DB to drive on the football. So what he's going to do is he's going to release inside of this defender and then make it seem like he's running a corner. That's kind of the whole point of this stair climb technique. We want to threaten them vertical and threaten them with our head turning the other way, and then we're going to kind of fake that out and then go in, cut really hard, use our body to kind of push off of that defender and create a ton of separation. And he really looks exactly like Justin Jefferson to me. He struggles a little bit more with contact than you'd maybe like him to, but I'm telling you, Jordan Tyson is a special type of wide receiver. Y'all might get sick of me saying it by the end of this video, but I really do think Jordan Tyson's ceiling is Justin Jefferson. Like, the more I watch him play, the more it looks like he just studied Justin Jefferson all of his years in college, and he's just continued to emulate his game after him. Right here, we're going up against a cover 2 look, right? So we're going to have a flat right here and then a deep half right here. And our job with this is to run a corner because we're trying to fit ourselves in this kind of open space on the sideline right here, past the corner and before we get to the safety, right? But he's not going to just run this hard plant and cut to that corner and require his quarterback to put a perfect ball on him. What he's going to do is he's going to work that rocker step that I talked about earlier, or jabbing, and then cutting. And he's going to release inside right here. He's going to climb up towards the safety, close that space like you're supposed to, and he's going to jab on the corner, ultimately scare the safety into thinking he's cutting to that corner, and he's going to fake the post back inside with that other jab step, right? And that's got this safety scared because he's playing a deep half, so he's responsible for the middle as well. So after we do that, He's literally just going to break back across our face, and watch how disgusting this is and how much separation he gets. Not the best ball from Sam Levitt, a little bit late on it, but man, that's how you high point a football. Nothing too complicated on this one. We're just literally going to try to hit him with the inside release right here, get him to bite down, and we're cutting it out on this kind of zig or pivot route and trying to beat him to the sideline. And all our quarterback has to do is lead us. And watch how easy he gets separation. Just stick that foot in the ground and cut hard. And then watch this next one right here. We're going to have a slant. And this is one of the routes by him that's just really, really good. And it's almost one of those George Pickens types of like, you can't guard this guy on a slant just because of how good of a job he does threatening you vertically, hitting you with that rocker step, and then beating you inside, right? So, like I said, we're going to go plant, plant, boom, across this corner's face, and he's just going to destroy him. Watch again. And this isn't going to be the only one we're going to show in this video, but man, it's that Texas to the outside right there. Great job. Now, this is a play that really, really impresses me because it shows that he can catch and he can really track the football. So you see corner right here playing about 10 yards of cushion on us, and we're just going to have a fade ball, right? Isolated one-on-one, and we're just saying, hey, we trust you, go win it. And he's going to close space on this DB like you're taught to, and he's going to fade to the sideline. And this ball is going to be put over the shoulder, but like extremely high up to where we have to make a toe touch. That's insane, right? To be able to drag that foot and locate that ball coming across your face, he couldn't even see it in that helmet until the last second. The whole he can't catch, he can't track the football thing isn't true at all. And if it was true at some point, he's got to a point in his career now where you don't have to be worried about that. Hey, and since we're just looking at spectacular catches, check this one out. We're going to be in the slot right here, and we're just going to have a simple fade route. And Sam Levitt doesn't do a good enough job of leading us to the sideline. But I want you to watch here as we skip it back, how good of a job he does at stacking this DB, right? We're going to put this DB, who's put in trail technique at this point, we're going to keep him in our back hip, right? The only way he can possibly interfere with this is PI. Because our goal there is we're seeing, hey, QB underthrew this a little bit, so I need to box him out so that I can ultimately catch the ball here. Well, I know I'm about to get drilled by this safety, right? Either he's going to come pick it off and jump in front of me, or he's going to drill me. So I'm going to have to high point the football, and I'm going to have to go up and get it. And that's exactly what he does. Takes the hit, kind of breaks it a little bit, and falls down. We're lined up to the boundary right here. We have about probably 12 yards total, maybe 8 yards to work with right here on our split. And we are going to be able to release outside of this DB, stair climb technique him, right? Put him on the inside right here, lean our body into him, cut fast and quick to that sideline, and Sam Levitt's going to put a good football on us here. Man, that's impressive. That's hard to do. And I'm telling you, if at this point in the video you aren't seeing the Justin Jefferson comparisons, I don't know what you're watching. I get Justin Jefferson's a top 3 football player in the NFL, probably at the wide receiver position, but man, maybe top 5, just depending on your rankings, but Jordan Tyson's special. Right, let's look at this next one right here. This is an SEC DB that we're killing on a slant. Okay, and then watch this next one right here, lined up at the Y. Kind of lull him to sleep on a little post inside, get up back out to the corner. Right here. That same stair climb technique. We're pinning this DB on our back, and we're breaking inside, using him to push off. And watch the hands right here. This isn't an easy catch. Diving catch right there. Look at this next one. Same thing. Stair climb. Boom. I mean, this is some teach tape on digs over the middle. And as an ex-receiver in the NFL, what do you think you're going to run? Digs over the middle, right? I think he'd fit really, really well as a Y on a bunch of teams, but where he's getting drafted, unfortunately, he's not going to be able to be a Y. So trusting that, hey, as our ex-receiver, you can run bang eights, you can run outs, we can put you in the slot and let you cook a nickel, and we can really trust you to be that backside dig constantly. I really think Jordan Tyson's a home run pick in this draft, and I wouldn't be shocked if he goes in the top 6 picks. Look at this one right here. Same thing. Stair climb, boom. Would have been so easy for him when we're on this other side of the field to just cut across. But he knows that that would give the DB a better chance. So we're going to push it vertical, stair climb, boom. Right? I mean, we're talking about an elite level receiver right here. This isn't some, hey, there's no wide receivers available on the board. Watch, stair step again. This is just elite level teach tape right here of the stair step technique and what it looks like. And I really think that any team who drafts this guy is going to get a solidified X-receiver. Man, he does struggle a little bit, like right there, against kind of a more physical corner, but the route running is off the chart. You just saw that rocker step right there. I mean, we are killing D1 corners. Casually, rocker step. Watch us right here on this rocker step to cut across his face for a touchdown. I mean, that's a play I can see him making on a Sunday. That happens all the time in the NFL. Anytime you get a zero blitz, You line him up in that slot and you let him cook somebody and you just have the ball out and ready his way. Don't even look to anyone else on the field, right? So, I mean, I'm really, really high on him if you can't tell by this video. I feel like I've made it pretty clear, but watch right here, rocker step again. He loves it. I mean, if he's in the slot or if he's in a position where it's one-on-one and he can kind of work whatever part of the field he wants, he's going to eat you alive on this rocker step. Plant inside where you're going, back, boom, every time. And he's going to get open every time. Because he's that elusive and he's that talented. And he looks exactly like Justin Jefferson. Look at him in the slot right here on this rocker step. Boom. He loves quick outs on it. Loves skinny post on it. Loves digs on it, right? He's going to get separation. And even if it's not much, he's going to be able to body you off and beat you in ways that you probably wouldn't expect him to based on the amount of separation he even has. Like, look at this one right here. We're skipping it back because I really want to emphasize. He has no separation right here. But he's such a good receiver that he has an answer for everything. So you want to play physical and get on me? I'm going to push you vertical, and I'm going to lean my body into you and break to the outside, right? At this point, we're just watching this film together because there's not even stuff that you can really break down. This is genuinely just poetry in motion. And I hate to be that guy, but I mean, hey, that's what it is, right? Look at him right here. Not a good DB by any means, but destroying him inside, cutting back to the outside, getting vertical, right? One you saw in the intro clip. I mean, we're talking about an elite receiver who can run any route on the field and can do it against all types of DBs, right? We just looked at 5 different slants ran the exact same way. Right here, this is what I will say, though. If they give you inside leverage, he is not physical enough to take on a physical corner, in my opinion, on these routes, right? But that's his OC putting him in a bad spot. But I do want you to watch what he does on this play right here against zone coverage. Hey, I'm not going to get open on my route, breaking inside, so I'm going to drift this sideline, get in the hole. Hey, Sam Levitt, find me. But what I really want you to watch is this next play that we're going to look at right here because, man, you want to talk about embarrassing DBs? I mean, look at that. But this one, this is the one where I say, hey, this guy's got it. This is an SCC, I think I need to make that known, D1 cornerback. He is going to make him look worse than the random white kid that's playing corner for a 2A school out in the middle of Tennessee, right? Some random state, Wyoming, whatever you want to say. Playing cover 3 right here. So back, back, back. We know because this guy's playing 50 yards deep. I hate when corners do that in college football. I mean safeties. But it is what it is. We're literally just going to push vertical, plant, get to that sideline. And watch, this corner is going to keep running. We're going to kill him so bad with this that he's just going to keep running. I know it's college football. I know it's not the NFL, but we have 15 yards of separation versus an SEC D1 cornerback. Look right here. Can take a screen to the house too. And we're talking about a receiver that can literally do anything you ask a receiver to do. The only thing that he can't do at a high level is run block. Justin Jefferson doesn't run block. Jamar Chase doesn't run block. Jackson Smith and Jigba kind of does, but not the biggest body where he can be really successful at it, right? The only top-tier receiver in the NFL right now that's a true run blocker is Puka Nacua. And I'm sorry, there aren't too many Puka Nacuas out there, right? Look at this right here. Going to have a goal line fade. Watch him just destroy this DB. Boom. Unfortunately, we don't get the ball. He's aggravated. He's a top-tier receiver, right? But then look right here on this next one. Boom. Break across his face. Hands. That's what I just want to emphasize. The hands. I mean, Jordan Tyson's legit. Jordan Tyson is a legit receiver, and I don't think a team's going to kind of screw themselves over if they pick him in the top 6. I truly think that he can be one of those Justin Jefferson type talents in the NFL. Wouldn't be surprised if you see the Titans go after him, if you see the Browns go after him, maybe even the Giants. I really think they should go Caleb Downs, but man, Jordan Tyson at the Y would just be criminal. If you could get him lined up in the slot constantly, or you can even get him at that Z, right? Let Malik Neighbors play your X and let Jordan Tyson play the Z and re-sign Wan'Dale Robinson. Like, if we're talking about becoming an elite offense with Jackson Dart, that's how you do it. So I'm really excited to see where he ends up, and I really do think in 2 years, don't be shocked if this is a top 7 wide receiver in the NFL. But also, don't be shocked if injuries are a big problem for him. So I'm really, really high on Jordan Tyson. There'll be more breakdowns to come for the 2026 NFL draft, but this is a guy who I was just like, I can't ignore. This guy's great, right? So let me know down below what you think of him. What team is he going to get drafted to? And see ya.